There's some real value to that land. How much? It's what the market's willing to pay. We'll have to find out.
I have to. One, there is value to that land. I've talked to Sherry Ikezawa, District 6. There is value to land. I've talked to JPA, and I've seen some plans on it, but you know, they can determine that. But I do have another question. You know, some of the residents have been asking about the profit and non-profit, and one of the things that we want to know, you represent the courts too. You represent the court, isn't that right?
I am an officer of the court. I answer to the judge.
And then, what's the court's, have you received any information at all about the court, how they look about this being profit or non-profit entity when it's finished, you know, the work on it or the sale? Is there any, because we have a lot of people have signatures signed that want a non-profit at all if possible.
I have not spoken with the judge. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the judge was recently changed from Judge Waters. It is now, I'd have to look up the judge's name. So I have not had any communication with him, but typically in my experience, the judge is going to be looking for my recommendation. I doubt if he's an expert in profit or nonprofit, and I do believe that as I go through the bidding process and try to find the best buyer, that the judge would be open to hearing arguments on both sides. But I doubt if he's going to really be interested in even having that discussion until I bring in all the offers and there's something to compare to say, is this company better? I strongly feel that there are really great nonprofits, and I think there are really bad nonprofits. And I think there's some really good for-profits that are ran very efficiently, so the residents really get a real benefit, and they pay less, and they're getting better services. And there's some really bad nonprofits, or for-profits, that are just out for money. So I find it difficult to just say, I want this to be a nonprofit, period. I want it to be a good company. And I want to be able to have the bidding process, bring in those bids, and evaluate every one, and not based on their tax status, but based on how good a company are they? Do they have good financial wherewithal? Do they care about the residents? You know, those kind of things. That's the way I look at it, and that's what I will be telling the judge. But I don't have anything to say to him until I get my bidding process and figure out who's going to bid here. But I can tell you I have been contacted by both profit and nonprofit already that are looking forward to the bidding process.
I have a question. Lee Walker. Pacifica, they would like to buy us, based on my understanding, but at their terms, their price and their terms. That's fair. That's fair. And one of the difficulties that I'm trying to understand is they spend about 5 months in due diligence. So you're looking for new buyers. How much due diligence time are you going to allow?
Well, you know, initially I had thought about 60 days, but primarily really loading up the war room with so much information that it could be done in that time. I'm being told that I might need to move that to 90 days if it's a brand new company coming in that isn't involved. So that decision hasn't absolutely been made today, and that's a very good question. But it would probably be between the 60 and 90 days. And hopefully I can get a lot of information on there so people can review it and rely on it so that they don't have to come in and be bugging Julie every day for more information. I really want to control that process. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Good morning. Gretchen